Hello again. Some viewers might have heard of the Patriotic Alternative movement, whose two main figures are Mark Collett and Laura Towler. This group hoped to end immigration, and to this end they engage in agitprop by distributing written material, campaigning on social media, and putting up stickers and so on. They have, by the way, for some time been trying to get themselves registered as a political party, although so far with no success. The Electoral Commission seems strangely reluctant to grant them this status for reasons which may be political. I wouldn't know. Laura Towler's husband is called Sam Melia, and I'm bound to say that he doesn't sound like a person that I'd be likely to get on very well with socially. It seems that he has posters of Hitler and Oswald Mosley in his home, and my own feelings towards the Third Reich and its admirers are not, to put the case mildly, all that favourable. I'm not all that keen on Joseph Stalin either, if it comes to that, nor Mao Zedong, and I would perhaps not be likely to get on any better with Maoists and Stalinists than I would with fans of Adolf Hitler. It is certainly a debatable point which of those three men was responsible for the most murders. This doesn't mean I would like to see people forbidden to pin pictures of Mao Zedong or Hitler on their bedroom walls, you understand. Nor, of course, would I like to see books like this, quotations from Chairman Mao Zedong, banned or made illegal to own. Indeed, there's some wisdom in quotations from Chairman Mao Zedong. For example, political power grows from the barrel of a gun, or a journey of 10,000 miles begins with one step. I also have a copy of Mein Kampf knocking about, and the protocols of the Elders of Zion as well, to say nothing of Oswald Mosley's autobiography, My Life. And why not? These books are not illegal in this country, and I do like to see what people are thinking. Those who are fans of Hitler often refer to Mein Kampf, and the Protocols of the Elders of Zion is even today beloved of many anti-Semites, and so I find it helpful to reread such things from time to time. As for Mosley's life story, he was a fascinating and brilliant man, and his autobiography is very witty, if not entirely honest and truthful, perhaps. I'm prompted to muse in this fashion because of a court case which is currently being conducted in Leeds. It is a live case, so nothing which I'm about to say indicates any belief on my part in either the innocence or guilt of the man on trial, who is Laura Towler's husband, Sam Melia. He faces two charges, one of stirring up racial hatred by publishing written material, and a second of intentionally encouraging or assisting the commission of this offence by others. What I am disturbed by is the amount of mud being flung about in the courtroom, presumably in the hope of besmirching his character and getting the jury into the right frame of mind to bring in a verdict of guilty. For instance, the prosecuting counsel has told the court that Melia had a book by Oswald Mosley on his bedside table, and also that in the living room was a poster of Mosley. This has no more to do with the matter than the flowers which bloom in the springtime, and the only possible purpose in mentioning it is to create a bad impression of the man. Then too, he apparently had a picture of Adolf Hitler on display. I'm bound to say, again, that all this makes me suspect very strongly that Sam Melia is not the kind of man that I'm likely to have all that much in common with, and I doubt if he's someone I'm going to be prepared to pop down to the pub with to have a chat. But that is possibly a personal prejudice on my part. There is no law against being an admirer of Hitler or Oswald Mosley. And if, for reasons at which I can only guess, somebody wishes to have them as pin-up boys in his home, then that's no affair of mine or the police. Some people, when I was younger, used to have posters of Che Guevara on their walls, and he was a bloodthirsty villain. I have seen too posters of Chairman Mao in people's bedrooms, and Mao Zedong was perhaps at least as great a mass murderer as Hitler. The group with which Sam Melia is associated is described in some news reports as neo-Nazi or fascist. But as I say, these things, awful as they may be, are surely no worse than being a Stalinist or Maoist. I'm not overly fond of dictators, speaking for myself, but I'm aware that some people are, and this should not in itself be a cause for condemnation. As for the actual things which Sam Melia is accused of doing, and which are, it is claimed, against the law, this relates to a campaign of producing stickers and then encouraging people to put them on lampposts and so on. Whether he did this, I have no idea, but for what it's worth, the prosecution say that they consisted, stickers that is, of slogans such as, "It's okay to be white," "Nationalism is nurture," "We will be a minority in our homeland by 2066, and "Diversity, designed to fail, built to replace." It is upon these words that the charges of stirring up racial hatred are based. I had best not comment on my own view of this matter, for as I say, the case is sub judice, and I wouldn't wish to be hauled up before the judge and accused of contempt of court. I'm simply reporting what is being alleged in the case and what evidence is being presented. There is a very important point at stake here. First, I should be allowed to have any books and posters at all in my home, and not expect that if I was arrested and brought to court for breaking the law, that the police could browse through my bookshelves and then tell the jury what I had been reading lately. I'm sure that everybody must agree with this. It's a trend lately when people are taken to court and accused of belonging to the far right or being far right activists. Very often books like The Anarchist Cookbook will be mentioned, which is freely available from bookshops. You can order it on Amazon. It tells you how to make Molotov cocktails and so on. But a book which you can buy quite openly and is legal is then used as evidence in court. There's something wrong about this. Secondly, supporting the ideology of a dead dictator or historical figure should not be presented in court as evidence of a crime or to prop up a feeble case. A quick look through my own bookshelf would cause many people to reel back in shock. I mean, to give one example, I'm a fervent supporter of the Irgun, a resistance group in enemy-occupied Israel. So I've got books by Menachem Begin. Those alone would be enough for many people to turn away in horror, I think. I have no idea at all whether Sam Melia is guilty of anything at all, but his books and posters should certainly play no part in the deliberations of the jury when they come to decide the matter.